Okay, hello everybody, it is Adam here. It's Thursday, which means it must be keyboard day. I hope you're all having a really lovely week and everything is going well. This is our first week of actually properly doing a bit of this stuff and taking it quite seriously. So I'm going to just go cracking straight into this now. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to tell everybody. Don't forget to get your family involved. We are here as long as you need us, hopefully. We're just going to kind of pop these out, let everyone have some fun with them. And see what happens, really. It's just, to be honest with you, we're enjoying doing it just as much as hopefully you guys are enjoying watching it. It gives us a little something to do. So to answer some questions, yes, that is a double bass over there. I think I've already talked about that. We get asked that a lot. I don't know why. Yes, this is my living room. Yes, we are using kind of basic equipment. I apologise. All of our stuff is in quarantine and none of us particularly want to go and travel to get it. So, this week we are learning Sweet Dreams by the Eurythmics / Marilyn Manson for you guitarists who did it on Monday. And hopefully you're all kind of getting a bit of an idea of how it works. On the piano, this is a really fun one because it's a bit of a musical tongue twister in that you're doing that. That's the bit that we're going to be doing. So that's quite important. It gets both of your hands moving, which is kind of what we're wanting to do with the piano. It gives you, it gets you going. It's a nice one. It's one of the things that we try and do quite a lot with BackBeat, because obviously we're using modern instruments, not modern songs, not old songs. So we're kind of doing them kind of pop songs and rock songs and stuff rather than your normal classical stuff. So one of the things that you'll find is that when you look at actual pianists, keyboard players, that sort of stuff, they'll be kind of, they fill in a lot, they kind of do a lot of the chords, they kind of fill in bits, and then maybe do a little bit of a solo. So what we try and do is make sure that even if there's one song which is a bit slow on your left hand and fast on your right hand, we do one with a good bass line as well, so that everyone's kind of developing nicely. So this one is basically just about getting nice and tight on the beat. So we'll all have done our drum lesson yesterday. Obviously, we've all kind of done that. So what we're doing is, obviously, when they wrote this song, this will have just been put onto a synth and recorded and looped. We're going to pretend to be that synthesizer. We're going to pretend to be that robot. Okay. So hopefully everyone can remember where middle C is. So middle C. That was not helpful because I've just played loads of other notes. Middle C, if you can find your note that sounds a little bit like that. If you're still struggling to find middle C, if you find kind of the middle of your piano, move down a little bit, you will see that there are 3 black notes followed by 2 white notes. 3 black notes, 1, 2, 3, followed by 2 white notes. And C is the second of the white notes. Closest to the middle of the piano, just a little bit lower normally. Okay. One thing I did think of last week before, after I sent it, was if you're playing on a real piano, if you have a look on the piano, you'll see that normally they have like the maker's name halfway, like right in the middle. If you look at the maker's name and kind of find your nearest C, that's normally middle C. So that's all good. What we're going to do is with our left hands, we're going to get middle C, and then we're going to find the C below it. So that is, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 notes if you count the notes you're playing. And then we are going to count the octave below that, so another 8 notes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. If you have small hands because you are 5 or 6 years old, don't worry about it. What we're going to do, basically, that beginning bit goes. Now, if you have small hands and you can't stretch the octave, you can go. That's fine. Okay. So this riff is the most important part of the track, and it's a good riff. It's a good riff. It's fun. You'll find that as you play it, I don't know if you guys do this, but if you write down spoon 100 times and you read it 100 times, all of a sudden it's kind of, you start to go is that really how you spell spoon? Do it with your own name as well. That's quite a good one. it's a similar sort of thing. You'll play it kind of 20 times and then suddenly be like, oh my goodness, am I playing this right? You know, I don't know. You probably are. Don't panic about it. It's all about kind of making sure you're not listening to the voices in your head too much whilst you're playing. And the other thing to note is it's all jogging. It's all quavers. Bum, 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 jogging, 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 jogging. So those are quavers. They're the jogging notes. Not crotchets, which are the walking notes, and we'll kind of go into other stuff as and when, depending on how long we are stuck in this lockdown. We might all be playing, Rachmaninoff by the end of it. Probably not, though, if I'm honest. So basically, we're going to start on those Cs. So if you get your right hand and put your thumb on middle C, and you get your left hand and you put your little finger and your thumb on the two Cs below. If your hands are too small, you can just put your thumb on the next C down. So you got two thumbs on two Cs and your little finger. Okay? And that is basically the first four notes. So you go low C, low, very low C, and then middle C twice. Bom, 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 bom. Okay? So, low C, very low C, two middle Cs, okay? And then what you're going to do is, with your thumb, if your thumb's on the C, with your first finger, you're going to lean over and play an E flat, okay? So I'm hoping that the camera above is going to be able to show that. That's an E flat. So you're going to go ba ba. E flat with your first finger because your thumb's going to stay quite close to the C because the next note that your left hand's going to play is back to that C. Okay, so your thumb is here, and so basically that's all you're going to do is you're going to move your first finger up to your E flat, so you go C, D, E, and then down to make it sound E flat, and your right hand is going to do the same. So first fingers both go to E flats. So your C is there, so you go up one white note and then up the black note. So you go C, D, E flat. Okay? And you're going to play them with your first finger. So you're going to go. To reset, you go back to your thumbs, back on the C. Okay? So that is basically your first bar of the riff. Okay? So I'll play it one more time for you, just so you know where you're at. So you're very low C, two middle Cs, first finger up to your E flat, first finger on your E flat, back to your C, back to your C. Hopefully everyone is kind of with me as you practice that, okay? So our hands are still in the right positions. We've still got our nice curves because we want to fit a sausage roll up and down it, or a mouse or a pencil or whatever it is that you like to fit in your hand. And we're going to go to the second bar. So our hands are in place, which are here, and then we're going to go down the scale this time. So we're going to go down to an A flat. So to find that, you go from your Cs, and you're going to go down one, down two white notes, down to your A, and then just make it a little bit. It's a half a semitone to your A flats, like that. Ooh. It's a bit windy here today, and I've just watched a bin fly down the road. So I'll do that again. So you've got your Cs. So we're going to move our left hand isn't going to move. It's just going to go to our third finger, where you'll go down two white notes, and then down to the black notes. Okay, so that's an A flat, and your right hand is here at the moment, and it's all going to move down. All going to move down. So your thumb goes to your A flat and your third finger starts resting on the C. So basically just get it into a nice position there. Okay? So it's going to go like this. That bit is going to go A flat, C. So A flat, C. Like that. And then your left hand, your third finger, your middle finger is just going to go down a semitone to your G. So it's just literally just sliding off the note, and your right hand does all the work. It goes G, B flat, C. So I use my thumb, my middle finger, and my fourth finger. G, G, B flat, C. Okay, and that's your second bar. And that basically is the riff. So I'm going to do it really slowly and try and sing it a little bit for you. And then we'll kind of speed it up a little bit. And then if that is all a bit too fast for you, pause the video, take it back, have another look at it. I'll make sure that there's loads of footage from the camera above me here, so that you've got loads of kind of space to be able to see what I'm up to, and just kind of keep on practicing it. It is a little finger twister. And the whole idea of it is to get your left hand and your right hand talking to each other, get your brain working so that it all kind of comes together. So don't panic about it if it doesn't quite kind of work immediately. Just kind of do it really slowly and then kind of build it up and build it up and build it up. If you listen to the track, which we'll have below, you'll be able to see it. And if you can read music or you're trying to read music, I'll put the music below this as well. Okay, so it goes like this. It goes. Just in case. So yeah, the next bit, so we're going to go to our A flats. So moving on into the second bit, the ooh, that bit. Obviously in key, if you could, because otherwise it's just going to sound dreadful. I'm going to assume that you kind of know your chords. I'm going to assume that you kind of know where we're at. If you don't panic. When I say notes, just play the notes with both hands. That's great because you're starting to just learn your notes. For those of you a bit more advanced, we're going to kind of plow through this. So the first chord we're going to play is an A flat. So for those of you who don't, I'll kind of run you through it very quickly. It's an A flat, a C, and an E flat. Okay, I'll make sure that comes up on my overhead camera, which is kind of keeps on falling over. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into the first inversion. So basically what that means is that this note here, your A flat, is going to go up to the top. So we're going to go C, E flat, A flat. And that's your A flat chord. Now, if you are kind of just starting to learn your chords and learn all this sort of thing, and you can find that you're keeping up, then just do your chords. So we'll go that bit. If you are finding that's a bit easy, then we'll give you another rhythm. Okay, so that first note is your A flat, and then basically your second chord is just a normal G major, still in your first inversion. So all that is you're going to move everything down one note. So everything just slides down a note. So it's a B, a D, and a G in your chord. And your left hand, or both your fingers, if you're just learning your notes, goes to your G. Okay? And that's your second one. So you're going to go 2, 3, 4, G. And then your next note is a C minor chord. Now, your C minor chord, your little finger is going to stay exactly where it is. And then both your thumb at the bottom moves up to your C. And your first finger, which you're probably using to play the D on the G major, just go to your middle finger and play your E flat. So I'll show you that again because I didn't really explain the G. So your G, what I would normally do, I'd go B, D, G. So thumb, first finger, third finger, and then for the C minor, your thumb moves up one, and your middle finger will already be ready on your E flat. Okay, so we're going to go. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Then we're going to go to an F minor. We're moving through the chords really fast here. So we're going to go to an F minor, and then that's going to be a second inversion. So if your normal chord is, for the F minor, it would be an F, an A flat, and a C. We're going to move the F from the bottom up to the top, and then we're going to move the A flat from the bottom up to the top as well. So your bottom note is your C, which happily we are already playing because that is the note that we're already on. And so all we're going to do is with that, we're just going to move our little finger up to the A flat, so just up one little semitone there, and our middle finger up to the F. So in the end, for that F minor chord, you're playing a C, an F, and an A flat. So putting that all together, you go A flat, 2, 3, 4, A flat, everything goes down, 1 to G, up to C minor, and then up to F minor. Okay, and you've learnt all your chords that we need there, because then the next bit is back up to your A flat. So we know that it's a C, an E flat, and an A flat being played with our thumb, our first finger, and our little finger. And then we move everything back down to the G. So everything just goes down one note. Okay, so let's play that together a little bit as well. It's going to go like this. It's going to go A flat and A flat. Everything goes down, 1 to G, then up to C minor. Top 2 fingers to F minor. Back to A flat, and everything goes down to G. Okay, that was really fast. Don't panic if you haven't got that. We'll do that again, and I'll do it really slowly. Okay, so we're going to find our A flats. So C, E flat, A flat. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, A flat again. Then everything moves down to your G, and then very quickly it goes to the C minor. So your thumb moves up 1, and your E flat is already being covered by your middle finger. Then your top 2 fingers go up to the F minor, and then all that happens now is that your F turns to an E flat, and everything goes back to your G, and then you're back into your riff. To F minor, to E flat, down to G. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? And so on. If you're struggling, watch it back. If you are really enjoying that and you're finding it easy, the actual rhythm that they do goes something like. I'll do that again just so that the camera can see it, and then we're going to move on to the final bit, the kind of the hold your head up bit, because we are moving through fast today. Okay, so I'll do that again over onto this camera so that you can see it. So it goes. So the rhythm. If this is difficult, don't worry about it. Stay doing your notes. Stay doing your notes. Don't panic about it. Just if you're finding that easy, it's just another bit. So it goes dum ba bum ba bum ba bum. Ba bum ba bum ba, left right left right left right left right left right left right. That's probably the worst explanation I've ever done on anything in my life. It's very difficult doing this to a camera rather than to somebody, because normally you can just like slam their fingers into the keyboard. Anyway, that's just my teaching technique. So we go 1, 2, 3, A flat, left right left right left right down. So it just a bit more of a rhythm. So that's your riff, and that's your riff too. So then the final bit is the bit where she goes, hold your head up, move it on, keep your head up, moving on. So that's really easy. It's just a C minor and an F minor. So the C minor is where we kind of started. So it's a C, an E flat, and a G. And all we're going to do then is, with our F minor, is everything moves down. So you're going to play your C minor with your thumb, your middle, and your little finger, and then everything moves down. So you move your thumb down to the A flat, you move your first finger to the C, and you move your little finger to the F, and you're going to go. Same rhythm. That's the other riff. Moving on, moving hopefully the guitarists are going to be able to do that. Okay. So, yeah, I'll show you that again. If you are just kind of starting to learn your notes and all that sort of thing, you can easily do the rhythm with your fingers, and it goes bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. So. I played that wrong on the notes. So that's your rhythm. Don't look at what I was doing with my fingers for the notes, because that's not what it says on the music. So on the music, we're going to go. It's that F minor that's the hard one. So it's the A flat, the C, and the F. And then back up to your C, E flat, G. Okay. So that's the only other bit that you really need to know. And then at the end, all that it does, it just goes around that riff again. So the riff is really the bit that is good to know. That bit. I'm going to cover the fact that I just completely ended that wrong. And that is how the piano part works. I hope that all makes sense. I hope that that kind of is working for you. Last week, we got a lot of people saying that it was. So let me know what you think. Let me know, check that you can see what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and how I'm doing it. I hope that all works. And I will see you next week. Where we are going to... No, I won't. I'll see you tomorrow, because tomorrow what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and do a Facebook Live at 2:00. So it could go horribly wrong. It's just going to be me and then hopefully some people talking. Otherwise, it's just going to be me talking, and that'll be really embarrassing. So if you're around at 2:00 tomorrow, I know everyone's got very hectic schedules at the moment. Come online. We'll go onto Facebook Live, and although we can't all talk to each other face to face, we can kind of have some fun. We're not going on to Zoom or Face Party or whatever the other things are. We're wanting to stay nice and open and keep it nice and light. So. We will see you tomorrow. Otherwise, next week, brand new song for everybody. It's The Clash, Should I Stay or Should I Go? Which will be fun. And brilliant. We will see you then. Okay, cool. Have fun. Take care. Be nice to each other. Bye-bye.